What's good, family? Welcome to Module 2. What should you do before hosting an Airbnb? All right, y'all ready to get into it? Is the location of your house safe for travelers and tourists? Are there nearby attractions? Come on, follow me now. Are there nearby attractions? Do you need new furniture? Are you okay with people you don't know, total strangers, living in your house or apartment? Are you ready to make your house presentable? How much money and time do you have to invest? Does your city even attract tourists every year or for different events? Should I do some renovations to my house? Think about your market and your target, okay? Now, here's what else I want you to consider before doing your Airbnb. Are you prepared to talk with guests? Do you know your competition? Do you know your target audience? Have you picked the right location? Do you know how to get paid from Airbnb? All these are important. This is what I want you to think about. So we all learn the popular proverb, communication is key. Now, when you talk about Airbnb and somebody communicates with you, hey, is your Airbnb available? And you say yeah or yes. It's not good enough. Your response should be, yes, it's available. You're picking a great time to come in town because this is going on, that is going on, this is going on. We are COVID friendly. Everything is clean to a COVID standard. We're looking forward to having you with us. That's how you answer. Your tone of voice, your method, your urgency, how you communicate with them will determine whether or not they book with you. So it's crucial to impress with your guests with your communication skills. Unlike hotel reservations, they can be made online. Airbnb involves heavy discussion between host and guests prior to booking. So you got to prepare yourself to communicate with people. Everybody might not speak the same language. They might have a misunderstanding. Please exercise patience. Have your documents ready. Let Airbnb know, here, I'm a real person. I'm safe. Make sure everything gets checked out. Let your guests know that you're legit. And you want to know that they're legit as well. Everything about your property should be spelled out. Pictures should be taken so good. They should be able to see clearly where they're going to be laying their head. And this is part of communication. Because you're going to communicate with them a couple times. You're going to communicate with them over the app. And you're going to communicate with them in person. So you have online communication and you have person-to-person communication. Because sometimes you might greet your guests. And that's what I suggest. When you first start your Airbnb, be present to greet your guests when they check in. And then when they check out, greet them when they check out. Make sure everything's in place because you need to feel safe as well. Because sometimes you don't want people to come and go, and they have full access to everything that's going on in the home. So when you're first starting out, I suggest you just get used to the process of meeting different people. You'll be a very good judge of character in no time at all. Then you can move up to the level of onboarding them online, where you can send them video onboarding, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. We also have different strategies for locks that they can open. Also, I want you to look in your area and do research on your area. I want you to know your competition that you have in the area. How are their houses fixed up? How do they take their pictures? How many of them have jacuzzis and swimming pools? Which ones are kid friendly? What colors did they choose to paint their walls with? How does their furniture look? Know your competition. And you also have to know your target market. And that's what I mean by furniture. So if you're expecting a lot of kids, of course you want leather furniture. Or it might tear, so you're going to get cloth furniture. But if you get cloth furniture, you have to worry about smells and ink and different things like that. So you just have to navigate the best way through that. The beds have to be comfortable. The sheets have to be clean and nice and fluffy. These are things that you want when you go out of town. So give it to them. If you plan on hosting kids, I know some Airbnbs, the walls are yellow with Ernie and Bert and things like that on the wall. I know some people that don't want kids at all. They want the businessman that's traveling or the businesswoman that's traveling and they're going to stay 3 months. They want the construction worker that come in town. They want the actors that need to relocate because they're filming a movie. They want traveling nurses. They want the truck drivers that have a layover. There's all kind of markets out there. And yes, you can combine your market. Absolutely, you can combine your market. But also know your competition. Know how many Airbnbs is in the area that you're thinking about putting your Airbnb. You need to know that. You need to jump online and do some research in every area that you're thinking about doing an Airbnb. Because if you think it's a good area, somebody else might also. But it doesn't matter if there's a lot of people in the area. If you plan on fixing your Airbnb up different, which is what I suggest. Make it an exotic vacation experience. That doesn't mean buy a bunch of things and put them all around everywhere. But you can think of some designs and some things to do. You definitely want to intrigue your guests by attractions. So do your research on the attractions that's in the area. And you want to stick that out in the forefront. In Chicago, we have a beautiful lakefront area, and it's easy to get to. Some people just want vacation stays. Some people are retired travelers. Some people don't want noise. So you want to even check out your neighbors in the Airbnb area that you're thinking about doing the Airbnb. Some kids want to spend time in the yard of the property. They need some outside to run around. So just definitely think about the area, the location. Do your research on the competition in the area. Learn Airbnb policy about getting paid. Do you want pets? You can have a guest that has 3 cats. The very next guest is allergic to cats. Now we really gonna test your cleaning skills. Because people that's allergic, they just need to see 1 hair. Do you mind people having parties? Do you mind them having games, drinking games? Do you mind smoking in your Airbnb? You have to know all of this, and you have to communicate all of this up front. Because if you say you want pets, and then you have pets chewing at the corner of your furniture, so you got to have a clear idea about your target audience. You definitely got to know what's going on with your neighbors. You definitely got to pick the right location before listing your property on Airbnb. This is what you have to know. And this is important. Jump online, do your research right away. Don't wait. Once this video is over, I want you to go on Airbnb, search up some zip codes. Punch in a zip code and just search everything that's going on in the area. Because if people travel in business or leisure, you need to give them a reason for wanting to stay in a certain area. Some people only want to stay in a certain area. So if you're 5 minutes away from that area that they want to stay, and your competitive price, and your place is beautiful, it's set up beautiful, and then when you communicate with them, you make them feel great about staying at your place, then guess what? Guess what's going to happen? Do you want guys coming to town for bachelor parties? You can target all kinds of ways. And I suggest testing the market when you set your Airbnb up. You're going to know the type of person that you want to deal with, and you will make plenty of money with all types of people. So choose your location wisely. Do your research. During events, make sure your Airbnb is ready for Super Bowls, Christmas, holidays. People come in town for the holidays. Everybody don't want to stay with their relatives. Also, learn how you get paid from Airbnb. You got ACH payments. You got the PayPal payments. There's a few different type of payments you can get set up from Airbnb. I personally do ACH payments. So this is what I want you to do. because you're really about to do Airbnb right now. You're really getting prepared to open your first Airbnb or your second or your third or restart or whatever you're about to do, wherever you're at, whatever level you're at. I want you, when you're done with this module, pull up the Airbnb app, search in the zip codes, look at pictures, how they took the picture. Look at the attractions that's nearby. When you take a picture of your place, include in the pictures nearby attractions. So if downtown is 15 minutes away, say that. Ask them what they like to do. They're going to say have their hobbies in there. If they can go play golf somewhere that's nearby, if they want to go boating, if they want to go eat the same pizza that Obama likes, show them where Italian Fiesta is. As far as radius from your Airbnb. Module 3 is coming up next. And we're about to set up your whole Airbnb on module 3. So right now, I need your mind in the game. I need you to have a few, narrow it down to 2 or 3 areas. Right now, when this is over, narrow it down to 2 or 3 areas that you want your Airbnb. And then we're going to proceed. Congratulations, you're done with module 2. I'll see you in module 3 where we set up your Airbnb. Let's go, y'all.